Battle here at the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto as the Raptors look to work their home court advantage. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. The Heat will play just this one game on the road before returning back home to Miami. So the opening lineup for the Heat, shake and bake out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Justice Winslow. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Gordon in the power forward position. And basketball's popularity in Canada, Doris, is skyrocketing.
And though it would be unthinkable years ago, basketball is now challenging hockey in terms of youth participation. So it's really no wonder we're seeing so many great NBA players who have come down from Canada. Love it.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Franklin kicks to Grant. And stolen by Gordon. Winslow, the pass to Shaken. Dishes to Gordon. And Grant sends it back. An even 3-on-3 break. Anunoby, good.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
There's shake and bake. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Cool Hands, using his post move to get the 2 points. Cool Hands got his first bucket of the night. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Gordon a screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
I think you'd have to say this about Coach Dwayne Casey. He is very consistent with his approach. The players know what he expects, and hard work is always at the top of that list.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Pass to Anunoby. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. Buries the long-range jumper. Cantor's got his first 3 points of the game. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Doris, as consistent as Casey is, flexibility is also an asset for a head coach, isn't it?
Well, I think it certainly can be, Kev. And you see Dwayne Casey starting to experiment a bit more, trusting the younger players. In-game adjustments, obviously trying different combinations is important, especially in the playoffs.
Stripped it away. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. The wide open look here for Ingles. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. And Shake and Bake picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. To the wing right side. Anunoby. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. There's a screen by Cantor. Now the pass to Anunoby. Franklin for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. There's Shake and Bake. He's got 6. He dishes it to Winslow. Franklin with the steal. Here's Grant. The shot misses. Now the Heat take it the other way. Over to the left wing. There's Gordon with the 3. The Heat keep it going. A new 24-second shot clock. Gordon a screen. Pass to Winslow. Here's Whiteside. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Enes Kanter.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And, you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
Here's shake and bake after the Raptors pick up 2. Right side a screen. Gordon dishes to Winslow. No good on the triple. Toronto trailing. Passes it to Anunoby. Shoots from 14. Kanter kicks to Franklin. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Franklin. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And there's the foul. It goes on cool hands. That is his first foul of the game. The Heat have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Feeds it to Ingles. Drains the three-pointer. Ingles has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
They swipe it. There's shake and bake. He has 6. Nailed from three-point land.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Franklin kicks to Grant. Right side against Kanter. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Now the Heat with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's shake and bake. It's tipped. Fast break Toronto. And here they go. Grant. That's good.
Terrific focus from Jeremy Grant. This guy understands how to take contact and fight through it.
Shake and bake passes to Ingles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. They get it back. Shake and bake passes to Whiteside. Count it. Whiteside's got his 3rd basket of the night. Raptors trail by 7. Right wing. Here's cool hands. Cans the shot from the wing. For the Heat, their last game, a loss to Atlanta. Right side a screen. Kicks to Ingles. Whiteside dishes to Gordon. Drops in the tray. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
There's a screen by Kanter. Franklin kicks to Kanter. Stolen by Winslow. Whiteside against Kanter. Whiteside, the pass to Ingles. Gordon inside. Grant on him. 5 to shoot. And now it's a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Heat lead.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Here's Franklin. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Misses in close.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Now, here's Grant. Franklin dishes to Cantor. He feeds it to Franklin to stop the run. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting. Doris, we have so many bigs that are playmakers, even though their position doesn't say they really should fall in that category. But we do have a lot of guys that can pass, that have size, and operate down low. Who, in your opinion, tend to be some of those names under the radar?
Well, I go to Marc Gasol, who is an all-star center in the NBA. But what his value is, he's increasingly become comfortable with a guy who they want to take 15 to 20 shots a game. But the beauty of Marc Gasol is the unselfish nature of his game. You can stick Marc at the elbow, enter the ball through him, and you know something good is going to happen. He's going to make the right pass. He's going to lead to the pass that leads to the pass that leads to the score, or he can get his own offense. I think for me, maybe the under-radar guy in terms of playmaking have to be Marc Gasol.
Now, here is Singleton. Kick out to King. Stolen by Winslow. Here's Milton. Up and in on the layup. Shake and Bake's got 8 points.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
Now, here is Singleton. Tries it from the top of the key. That's short off the rim.
And a surprise, he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
The dish to Gordon. Whiteside against Jang. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Jang. Here's Havlicek. And again, no good by Toronto. Miami leading by 15. Here's Milton. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Singleton kicks to Havlicek. Gordon against Young. King right side. The kick out to Havlicek. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
Raptors trailed by 17. Young pass to Singleton. Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, Kev, Thaddeus Young is a Swiss Army knife, a multi-talented guy who can pass the basketball.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Right side inside. Jang defending. For Miami, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
No good on the second free throw. The pass to King. Now the feed to Young. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. It's the Heat up by 15. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
They said I couldn't reach Mars, so I turned to a slave.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Heat team out there.
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Feels like they're getting a lot of deflections, hands on basketballs, resulting into steals. This has been pretty to watch.
They take my kindness for weakness, still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Still.
Raptors trailed by 15. On the court for Miami here in the second, we've got Aaron Gordon. He's out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Rhodes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The kick out to Young. Misses the three. Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. And Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. 4 on the clock. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Now, this is, to me, where Zhang is really starting to improve, making moves inside that force the defender's hand.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. That free throw, good from Zhang. Collins checked in for the Heat. And Zhang drops them both.
Now, this is a guy who was 63% from the free throw line his first year, as Zhang now has transformed himself into a very good free throw shooter.
Lever passes to Gordon. Here's Lever. This one for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Lever's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Singleton dishes to Havlicek. Out to the right wing. Collins grabs the miss.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus, not good.
And so here is Miami. Ingles kicks to Gordon. Oh.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Doris, with defensive rules now allowing teams to play a sort of soft zone, does that make it easier to hide bad defensive players on your team?
Well, it certainly gives you one avenue. I don't think you can play zone in the NBA for any extended periods because the coaching is too good and the skill level of the players would destroy a zone if you gave a steady diet of it. I do believe, however, that hiding a defensive weakness comes down to personnel. How many can you hide on one particular floor? Somebody's going to get exposed somewhere if there's too many.
No doubt. Now, here is Singleton. He kicks to Zhang. Young outside. Buries it from three-point range. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I'll tell you, you got to love the way Thaddeus Young can stretch the defense with the long-distance shot. No hesitation, total confidence.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Stolen by Grant. Franklin kicks to Cantor.
One of the best attributes of Enes Kanter is his physicality. This guy does a tremendous job getting himself to the free throw line.
2 shots. Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He hits both from the stripe.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Here's Lever. Gordon a screen. They set the pick. He used that pick just right. Ingles has got 6.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Anunoby passes to Franklin. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. And they'll keep possession. The Heat leading by 17. Dishes it to Ingles. Pass to Harkless. To the paint. Here's Gordon. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Grant.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Fast break Toronto. Here's Franklin. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Miami. The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on that one. And Miami making a change here. Winslow's checked in. And he sinks the second. Here's Lever. There's the double team with Grant. Passes it to Winslow. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Well, that's just taking your eyes off the target before releasing the pass. Very careless.
Pass to Anunoby. Shoots. And it's good off the glass. Anunoby's got his second basket. Here's Lever. He dishes it to Winslow. Gordon a screen. To the middle. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gordon's got 8.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim. And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
The Heat making a switch here. Here's Franklin. He has 5. And it's Grant in the corner. And it's off from 3-point range. Miami leading by 14. Here's Milton. And no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Doris, as we know, you were born in New York, grew up in New Jersey, lots of basketball talent in those areas. Who were some local players who influenced you early on?
Well, 1983 is the year the Philadelphia 76ers won the NBA championship, and that team was the epitome of cool, Kevin, right? You had the masterful doctor, the power of Moses Malone, but you know who I tried to emulate? Mo Cheeks.
No kidding.
Yeah, the steady, heady point guard who could make big shots and come up with a timely steal. I couldn't be the doctor. I couldn't fly like the doc, so Mo Cheeks is my guy.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Collins. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Cool Hands. And again, no good by Toronto.
Boy, for a capable 3-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Winslow dishes to Collins. Again, the miss by the Heat. Raptors trailed by 11. The pass to Anunoby. And the lead is down inside single digits. Anunoby's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Winslow, the pass to Shaken. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
They retain possession. Picked away. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Shake and bake passes to Whiteside. Count it. Whiteside's got 16 points.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Here's Franklin. Cantor kicks to Franklin. Anunoby passes to Franklin. Another shot. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Remains Toronto ball.
Here's Cool Hands. No good on the triple. The Heat leading by 10. Pass to Abrinas. Launches a three. Toronto grabs the miss. Grant's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It goes on Justice Winslow. For Toronto, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Jang, he's checked in for Toronto. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Feeds it to Winslow. Passes to Shaken. Heat moving the ball around. Ball's knocked loose. Shot clock at 5. And Grant sends it back.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end, mostly down though.
From beyond the arc, Collins grabs the miss. Winslow dishes to Whiteside. Here's Shake and Bake. 10 points for him. Kicks it to Collins. Shoots over Grant. Out to the right wing. Here's Abrinas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. They get the rebound. To the wing right side. Collins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. And some changes here for the Heat. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Collins. Harkless comes in for Winslow. And it's Joe Ingles in for Alex Abrinas. Ingles kicks to Harkless. To the right side. Fires the 3. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
The Raptors have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
And so he makes both from the line. Miami leading by 7. There's Shake and Bake. 10 points for him. He feeds it to Whiteside. 6 on the shot clock. Shake and Bake passes. Oh!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And it's blocked by Gordon. Jang with a clean look. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Jang's got 4 points in the quarter. .119 left to play here in the half. Pass to Shaken. Right side a screen. Here's Ingles. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Ingles has got 8 points.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And it's 9 points for Cool Hands. 46 seconds left now here in the second. From past the arc, offensive rebound Heat. Lets it go with a 3. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Now, here is Singleton. He's got 5. Young outside. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it take to get him to pass the ball.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
And so it's the Miami Heat enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action after this word. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Raptors trailed by 12. They've got King, Anunoby out there with Franklin. Then there's Grant, and it's Cantor in the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Out to the right wing. Anunoby. Off target from outside.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Well, with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on him.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, you know, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
Miami with the ball after Enes Kanter's miss. The dish to Whiteside. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Whiteside's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Heat. Here's Franklin. He has 6. The shot's good from Cantor.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
And there's the feed to Winslow. Here's the screen. And here's Ingles outside. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Ingles. And they're on the break. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Franklin. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Winslow dishes to Gordon. Whiteside kicks to Ingles. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Ingles has got 11.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Here's Shake and Bake. 13 points in the game. Unhindered, going all the way.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Raptors trailed by 14. Here's Franklin. Ingles covering. Franklin passes to Grant. Here's the three. Rebound by the Heat. Shake and Bake's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. There's the three. And again, Miami with the triple.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said if they don't find a way to switch it back on, they're in trouble.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Doris, I've heard you talk often about instituting a play clock from the very beginnings of someone learning the game of basketball.
Kevin, I think this is absolutely critical to the future of the game of basketball here in the United States, because the Europeans right now, from the formative stages, from the youngest someone picks up the game of basketball, play under duress of the shot clock. And the reason that's important is you must be a three-tool player to play under duress of the shot clock, meaning you've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be able to pass it, dribble it, and shoot it. And to do that with the pressure of a shot clock leaning in on you from those earliest moments is significant. And I know I have the backing of guys like R.C. Buford and Rick Carlisle. They believe, more important than me, intelligent basketball people believe that in the United States, we must institute a shot clock from the time guys and young women pick up the game.
Cool hands checked in for King. Knocked away. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Raptors trail by 17. Here's Franklin. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Shake and Bake. He's got 16. Winslow dishes to Gordon. Winslow kicks to Ingles. Here's Shake and Bake. Takes the three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Franklin. He kicks it to Cantor. Dishes to Franklin. Back to Grant. And stolen by Gordon. Here's Whiteside. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Grant the pass to Franklin. Back to Grant. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Miami leading by 17. To the inside. Here's Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Here's Franklin. He's got 8. They need this one from 7. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Franklin's got 4 points this quarter. Miami's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Whiteside a screen. In the corner, it's Gordon. All sorts of time. He can't get that one to fall. And Toronto will come the other way. Here's Anunoby. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
All sorts of time. And the bank shot is good. 18 points for Shake and Bake.
Boy, that is not the shot they were hoping for, but they'll take the result.
Stolen by Winslow. And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it last.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
Raptors trailed by 17. Here's Franklin, and he uses the glass on the layup. Franklin's got 12 in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Milton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Heat have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Raptors have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Franklin. 12 points for him. Shot from 12. Cantor's shot is off. Here's shake and bake. He dishes it to Whiteside. And there's the pass to Gordon. And that one, good. He's got 12.
And this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
Franklin passes to Cool Hands. Pass to Anunoby. Just 5 to shoot. The Raptors need to get a shot off. From outside the arc, Franklin can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Milton, and Grant sends it back. Franklin passes to Cool Hands. Second shot opportunity. Grant dishes to Cantor. Here's Franklin. Back to Grant. Passes it to Anunoby. Here's Franklin. Feeds it to Grant. They shoot again. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's been dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
Milton. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Look, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
And some changes here for the Heat. Collins checked in for Aaron Gordon. Harkless comes in for Justice Winslow. And Abrinas subbed in for Joe Ingles.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Raptors trailed by 20. Pass to Cool Hands. Singleton in the corner. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That's his first foul. Miami leading by 20. Here's shake and bake. He's got 21. Kicks it to Collins. Cans it from downtown. Collins has got his first 3 points of the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now the dish to Singleton. And Young kicks to Daniels. And the pass to Cool Hands to end the run. The offensive rebound. And Jang gets it to go. Jang's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, you can't afford to let Gorgui Zhang float around on the offensive glass. He's going to find a way to hurt you.
The feed to Collins. Misses the three.
This has been one of those nights where he's really struggled. And the team hasn't, but he has.
Dishes it to Singleton. Right wing. Here's Cool Hands. Hits it from three-point range. Cool Hands got 12 in the game. .129 left to play here in the third. Here's Shake and Bake. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. No good on that one. And Toronto will come the other way. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Singleton. Young's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, masterful work from Thaddeus Young. He's got such tremendous length down there.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. Pass to Collins. Shoots a three. Drops in the tray. Collins has got 6 in the quarter.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
And the Raptors call time here.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Jang. Jeremy Grant comes in for Young. Anunoby, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. And Franklin subbed in for Singleton. Here's Franklin. He's got 12.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
At the line for your Raptors, Franklin.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second free throw. The Heat leading by 18. Here's Lever. He feeds it to Collins. There's the screen from past the arc. Can't hit that one. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat lead by 18. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And Miami shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Collins is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Lever in at the one. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. First free throw is good.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
The Raptors making a switch here. Daniels is checked in. Doris, wearable body tracking, such as sensors the teams use to determine stress load on players' bodies, how much they run during a game, during a practice, how fast they're going. Are we taking this thing too far?
You know, it's an excellent question. Listen, technology is increasing to the point where these teams now have a greater body of information with which to work. So I think just like we see in other areas of the game, analytics relative to team success, what's a good shot, what's a bad shot, the more information, the better. I think it comes down to an organizational decision. How much stress will we put on the information given by these particular body tracking monitors? I think it's got to be on a case-by-case basis. Certainly, the organizations will use it to the best of their abilities.
But if it helps the game, helps the players stay healthy, gives teams a better compass on how to use the players, I'm all for it.
Me too, Kev. Me too.
Clock at 6. Here's Cantor. Rebound by the Heat.
Well, you don't get much more wide open inside the arc. He simply got to make that shot.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Here's Abrinas. They set the pick. From outside, off the mark. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Here's Young. Cantor trying to free himself up. Can't get it to fall. Pass to Abrinas. Over in the corner, Harkless. No good on the triple.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
A nice shot by Franklin.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Lever. Here's Abrinas. It's good from long range. Abrinas has got 5 points in the quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Franklin. Cantor tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Doris, much to the chagrin of basketball purists, we're seeing the near extinction of the mid-range game. Is there a way to reverse this trend?
Kevin, I don't know that we're seeing the extinction of it, and I would point directly to the Finals MVP, Kevin Durant, because if you look at some of his success, it is directly in the mid-range. Russell Westbrook has some effect in the mid-range. I mean, listen, certainly the priority is on layup and 3, but I don't think we've seen the extinction of the mid-range. I think this is a cyclical type of situation in the NBA, very much the way we've gone away from a low post center. Would a player that's a next level, next generation kind of player change our thinking about that? Let's see. The game is always in a constant state of evolution.
And so here's Toronto. After Justice Winslow getting his shot to go from deep. Pass to Anunoby. There's a screen by Cantor to halt the run. Young's shot is off. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Lever can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Took him no time at all on that one. He'd have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Winslow with it. And he banks in the layup. Winslow's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Here's Franklin. He kicks to Daniels. And the three ball is good.
Gentlemen, this guy goes from good three-point shooter to great when you give him that kind of space.
Here's Lever. Scores one trend we've seen in the league, and emphasis on getting back defensively rather than pounding the offensive glass. I think of San Antonio a little bit when I think about that. Why is that, you think?
You know, I don't know if this is something cyclical and we'll eventually see teams emphasize getting to the offensive glass as a means to help them win. But one of the most dangerous aspects of the NBA right now is transition three opportunities. We're not even seeing teams get back to the hoop and build their defense out. At this point, they're sprinting to the three-point line and then building back toward the hoop. So a drastic difference. We'll see if it changes at any point.
Here's Lever after Toronto got the three-pointer. The pass to Rhodes. Gordon a screen. Ingles against Grant. Feeds to Winslow. Franklin with the steal. Now the Raptors moving it up. Knocked loose. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Heat leading by 22. Kicks to Winslow. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is off. Hey, Doris, on the subject of league expansion, Commissioner Silver has said that 30 teams feels about right at this point. How long do you think it's going to be before we add another franchise or two to the NBA?
Right. Let me just say that I completely concur with Commissioner Silver. The last thing we want to see when the NBA is at its peak in popularity is expansion that might dilute some of the competitiveness that we want to see happen. The bigger question right now is these super team issues. Are we at a point where there is such disparity between the best teams in the league and the worst? Let's address that first, and then we can look at expansion down the road.
So you do not like the super team aspect that we're beginning to see formulate it from time to time?
I don't necessarily want to say that. I think the jury is still out, Kevin. We have to see how the next 2 or 3 years plays out as it relates to both Cleveland and Golden State. I think there was a period in the 80s where it felt like it was the Lakers and the Celtics every year. Let's not overreact, but certainly let's not add teams before we make sure we are where we need to be from competitiveness standpoint.
And here are the Heat now after Toronto got the three-pointer.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
Pass to Anunoby. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Whiteside.
Started.
Milton.
Toronto calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Miami leading by 23. Doris, one result of the new CBA, minimum contracts increasing 45%. That's a big help to the NBA's working class, I think.
Well, I don't think there's any question that you see increasingly role players, someone like Draymond Green, whose value has not necessarily translated in terms of points per game, but his value to winning can't be calculated. And you're right. You know, you see important role players and guys below the superstar level increasingly becoming better compensated. And hey, listen, there's more of the pie to go around. Who doesn't enjoy a little more cherry pie, Kev?
Yeah, good thoughts. Good thoughts. Shot on the wing. Bank shot. No good.
Boy, the mid-range becomes slightly more difficult when the defense is as active as they are there.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Anunoby's got 13 points in the second half.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Kicks it out to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And Shake and Bake picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Miami. Collins checked in for Whiteside. Robinson comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Winslow. The Heat leading by 22. Out to the right wing. Knocks it loose. Harkless the pass to Shake and Bake. Outside Robinson. Pass to Shake and Bake. 4 on the clock. Fires for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Pass to Cool Hands. Grant outside. To the paint. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
Shake and Bake passes to Collins. Here's the screen. Three-pointer. The dish to Ingles. Inside. And he can't bank that one in. Toronto's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. The shot's good from Cantor.
Boy, Enes Kanter can percolate at times. Superb at getting into his rhythm. I love the release.
Here's Shake and Bake. Tries from 16. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And he's going up for the alley-oop. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Collins. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Collins has got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Franklin. Anunoby passes to Franklin. Screen by Grant. Franklin can't hit.
That's simply not aggressive enough. Needs to show grit and determination, and didn't on that one.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Miami.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Shake and Bake.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
And that one misses. And some changes here for the Raptors. Jang, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Young comes in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Troy Daniels in for Anunoby. Then for the Heat, Whiteside's checked in for Collins. Gordon comes in for Thomas Robinson. And it's Justin Winslow in for Harkless. Here's Shake and Bake. Whiteside a screen. Here's Milton. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Franklin. Screen by Young. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.